Welcome back, everybody. A brand new episode of The Lookout. I'm, of course, Meelz. I am here with the man, 30 man himself, LJ. What's up, 30?
Oh, it's good.
Big 30. We also here with AD. AD, what's up?
All of us are finally over the threshold.
I know, right?
I know. I was holding us back.
I've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? Now we're just, a grown podcast, just grown men reading.
Hey, I can't say. Listen, bro. No more violence. No more naughty jokes.
It's
this is a mature podcast now.
Hey, man, it's
we're dissecting. We're analyzing. We are, we're doing the adult things.
We're the intro of this pod is Lil Wayne, grown man featuring Currency now. That's how it is.
Hey.
That's
a old song because
that's a great song.
First of all, it's a great song. Yes, old though too. It's Currency.
Yeah, no, come on, man.
Currency was signed to Cash Money.
Yeah, he was YMCMB before it was really YMCMB. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sure for reasons why everyone eventually falls out with Currency, that he fell out with him. With that said, a lot of things to talk about. I mean, this episode, we're talking about the Shinichiro Watanabe new heat. As one of my friends would say on the timeline, new Monica. He's got Lazarus in the tuck officially. First new series in a handful of years since before the pandemic, since Carol and Tuesday. So we're talking about that this week as we continue to trek towards our best and worst of anime for 2025, which will actually be next week's episode. So we need to, first of all, we need to get the doc ready and open up and really talk about everything best and worst in anime, best and worst in manga. I'll be honest, I haven't kept up with manga like I usually. I don't know if I should attempt to quick binge Kagurabachi or just I don't know if any of you caught up on Kagurabachi?
I'm like 3 chapters behind.
Okay, so you have an idea of like what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I have no fucking I was like after last year I was like maybe I'll start picking up again. I was like this shit is boring. Mad words. With that said, best and worst of anime, best and worst of manga next week. And of course, you can always listen to Subsly Dubsly coming every week. New Gundam. It's the Gundam season. You know what I'm saying? Big robots. Hey, listen, man. If there's anything you want under your Christmas tree, it might be a big fucking robot. How about that? We have so many things to talk about this week, but let's talk about I'll talk about this since I went. The theatrical release of Jujutsu Kaisen's Extinction event. It ended up in theaters this week. If you're familiar with it, you know that it is the last part of the Shibuya incident and the first part of the new arc that is premiering in January. I went to the theater on Thursday to go check out the movie, see what it's all about, see if I would enjoy it. Along with, if I counted, it'd probably be like 17 other people in the theater at the time.
That's not too bad.
No, that's not too bad at all. Everyone, social distancing, stretch out, lay out, everyone get out my way. 2 people in my row. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's still, I don't know if it, I think it's still doing pretty well at the box office. Like, it's not actually like doing like gangbusters as people would imagine, but I think it's actually doing well. It's not being Zootopia. You know what I'm saying? It's just never going to do that. But I believe, let me see. It's opening, GK's bringing this weekend, opening of Jujutsu Kaisen Extinction, 4.9 million, and near 10 million for the weekend. So 4.9 million opening day, $10 million for the weekend. That's pretty good for some shit that you saw, or for a third of it you saw already. I will say this in kind of like my short review of Jujutsu Kaisen Extinction. The first half an hour is a recap of the Shibuya incident, if you did not know, including everything of like seamlessly cut visuals of Nanami's death and Nobara's death and fighting and eventually, you know, the big incident with what's the man's name, Kenjaku. Before we find out his name, this is still before we know his name is Kenjaku. So it's Noroshomi, whatever, evil nigga. So it builds up to that, and then it leaps into everything that's going to happen in season 3. And let me tell you, I forgot Mappa could do it like this. Now, granted, we're talking about a Mappa series today as well. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, Mappa really. Mappa says, listen, man, fuck that still animation fighting shit. You gonna see every kick, every duck, every flip, every, you know, blood curse thing. It was incredible. It was the first part, which includes you know, spoiler, no spoiler, Yuta finding Yuji and attempting to assassinate him. It includes the follow-up of the Zenin clan and what has happened post Shibuya incident. And then you see everything you saw in the manga, it comes out beautifully. I'm just gonna say it right then and there. This was amazing. This was incredible. I'm so hyped for season 3. Like, you have no idea. After coming out this movie, I'm like, all right, it's good. Like, we're good. They introduced the culling games already, very, very abruptly. Kind of, now I'm kind of looking at it in the show. I'm like, they really do just kind of like introduce not like we have to, someone has, you know, the culling games is like, all right, so the culling games is about to happen. And these are the rules and kind of how they introduce it. And it's just like that in the show. And I was like, oh, okay, this was kind of sudden. You kind of just have to accept that the culling games is going on and kind of move on from there. Fights are incredible. The music is incredible. The color grade is incredible. I recommend, if anyone has a free hour and a half and, you know, maybe some Fandango credit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some AMC credit, maybe some Regal's Theaters credit, go see the movie. It's a fun watch. It was fun for me. Or wait the next month. It's coming out in 30 days on TV. Not on TV. Well, yeah, I guess on Crunchyroll. The dub may not be out, but the sub certainly will. So, a great experience. I recommend everyone go see Jujutsu Kaisen Extinction. Please support anime movies in theaters so we can continue to get these cash grab jigs that are anime movies in theaters. Other bit of news. Next week, the final episode of My Hero Academia. What a ride it's been. Incredible. I'm sobbing. I'm tearing.
Are you actually gonna cry?
I think I've done it. I don't think so. I know how it ends.
Have you cried during a movie before?
During a movie or like anime movies?
Just a movie in general. Have you cried during a movie? Like, has a movie you've been watching a movie and been like, this has moved me so much, and just started crying?
I think one of the Rugrats movies when I was a kid. I think the first
Hey man, hold on too. I seen. Do you not like the Paris Rugrat movie?
No, I actually don't even like the.
This
is going to sound incredibly and not PC at all. I don't even like the introduction of that new baby.
Dang.
Wow.
I don't recognize any Rugrats after Dill, to be honest with you, and I barely recognize Dill.
That's so crazy.
Peak Rugrats is the 4 and Angelica. That's really it. But like introducing Dill, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? And then, you know,
they bring in Kimmy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to do it without sounding like Trump, but
you're too late now. You gotta lean in fully because that's what you.
They're bringing in a Chinese baby. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, I don't really know if I bug with Paris. I haven't seen Paris in a while though. I haven't seen Paris
so
in
crazy
a long minute. But like, I watch Pluto. So Pluto TV has like ongoing Nickelodeon shit running all day. And they'll show Hey Arnold, Doug, Cat Dog, and Rugrats. Anything after like season 2, season 3 of Rugrats, I'm not watching. It was just once the artwork starts getting too good, I'm like, all right, nah, I'm out. I'm here for the shenanigans only with the core baby, the core four, and Angelica. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the extras. So yeah, I think it was the original Rugrats movie where Tommy and Dill got stuck in the woods, and he was like, "I won't be your brother anymore," or some bullshit like that. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so crazy! They're lost in the woods." Mind you, I was like 10 years old, so I don't think I have sins.
He was going to shank him with a banana, bro. Like,
yeah, I was just like, what? So yeah, I haven't done it since like 10 years old. I don't think there's been any movie that has moved me in that instance. But I also don't see a lot of movies, to be honest with you.
That's wild.
What about you?
Have I cried during a movie? Yeah, I have. I'm just trying to remember what movie was I watching when I started crying to it.
You gotta remember.
it was like, for me, it's like 2 movies.
Which one?
John Q.
John Q. Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't lie. That's a tearjerker right there.
That's a manly cry movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, wow. I respect the tears in that. It's definitely not embarrassing like the Rugrats movie.
Yeah, the whole art scene.
LJ, come on, man.
Yeah.
I legit cannot remember what movie I was watching where I started crying. I know it was a romance film though. I know
was there black people in it? Were there white people in it?
The Notebook. Like,
ooh, no, never. Notebook ain't as tear jerky as people think it is. Even with the twist at the end, you're like, he's reading it, sir. You're like, nah. I'm like, nah, he's just 2 old niggas just kicking it in the hospital right now. What movie was it? There was black people in it for sure. Hold on.
Okay, all right. As long as Medea goes to jail.
Medea goes to.
Let's see what's happening here. Well, you try to figure that out. I mean, or if you don't, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll figure it out along the way. My Hero's ending. It's ending next week. Series ending. Very, very sad. Not looking forward to it ending. That's all I can say about that. I'm really not looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to watching it over again for like the 5th year in a row, but not looking forward to it ending. So, because the manga ending is one thing, you can still look forward to the anime, but the anime ending, I don't really know. AD, have you decided what your life would be if One Piece ended?
No, I try to come to terms with that every day, and almost every other week there's a new chapter out, and I'm like, damn, this shit really going. I'm glad this shit's still going.
That was a close one. You get too close to the end. I might stop reading here. I figured that's how AD would solve these things. I'm just not going to read it.
There have definitely been a couple of shows that I just have not seen the last episode to or read anything of. I'm like, yeah, I'm good with this. As long as it ain't in my heart.
LJ, have you ever man, I hate that the show is ending.
I have. I like it, but that's more
like a favorite show. Damn.
I think it's more. I felt that more when starting a show, when getting to the end. Like, fuck, already on the last episode. Like, that sucks.
That was me and
That's how I felt with Full Metal. I'm gonna say that's how I felt with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Kind of how I felt with Yu Yu Hakusho, which I feel has like the perfect ending.
Yeah, but the road to get there is kind of.
Hey, chill.
I was just like, all right, well.
All right, man, come on, you better chill. We got one more episode next week. I can still rev up the Slander Mobile.
You can't. It's critically acclaimed. It's
I can
not just me
rev up the Slander Mobile.
It is not just me who's saying it anymore. It's wow.
I could go right back to joining the online masses and being like,
everyone found out this season that everyone on the internet is a big fucking hater because the ending is actually amazing. So,
hey, listen, man, I could say, hey, man, the journey to get there, though. They had that weird pedophile musician at one time, and then,
hey, man,
wait
till you find out that the little girl is actually a grown woman.
Oh, dang, really?
Yep.
Dang, now he was in the dwarfism. He just had some freaky, some freaky kinks. He had some freaky kinks, man. I don't know, man.
Come on, man. Listen, it's a Japanese animation show. With that said, Vigilantes, however, has announced that it is returning. I believe it's returning in January.
Oh, yep.
January 5th.
February 5th?
January 5th.
January 5th. Yeah, we got like 50 things dropping.
I hope they continue to simulcast. Or simuldub. I really enjoy not having to wait on a dub. But it is coming January 5th. I believe this... I haven't checked out Vigilantes arcs in a minute. But I'm assuming it's the Evil Bee Bitch arc. Might be that, to be honest with you.
I haven't checked it out in a long time. So
I haven't reread
Vigilantes.
It's not like a good let's reread it. No, it's not.
It might be like, hold on. I think this might be.
Is this the Underground Fight Club?
I believe the Underground Fight. I actually, this is
that's going to be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's the backstory of Aizawa for sure.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
it's in there because it's in the trailer. I think I want to say, I don't remember. I feel like the Fight Club is there though. I could be wrong. I don't know. Whatever. We know how it ends. But that's
we do. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Comes out next month. And we have that. We also have the news. Netflix purchasing Warner Brothers and all of its streaming entities. What will that mean for the future of anime? Probably nothing, because HBO Max don't even really like
they don't even have
animation that much.
Anymore.
What do you mean?
They have when HBO Max first started, they had Crunchyroll under their flag, or not their flag, but they had the Crunchyroll thing that came with the service.
Yeah,
alongside Adult Swim. I mean, obviously, Adult Swim is still a player in the anime stuff, but I think kind of how things have played out for them, I don't know how much Netflix is going to be like, hey, let's keep pressing y'all to do that.
Well, Warner Brothers pivoted from animation stuff really last year or in early this year. They were like, all right, we want nothing to do with animation. This shit is not making us money. I think really the only animation thing we're going to talk about Lazarus, which is on HBO Max and Adult Swim. The remake of Adventure Time, which is an HBO thing, Cartoon Network thing.
Hey, listen, Smiling Friends is running the world, though.
Smiling Friends?
Smiling Friends.
What's that?
You ain't watch it?
No.
Oh, bro, it's peak. It's Adult Swim. It's
peak Adult Swim. It's like...
oh, wow.
It's like the next name from Rick and Morty. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is one of them.
Yeah, it's in that realm.
Can I make a confession here on this podcast?
You've never seen Rick and Morty and you've never seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
They were post my time. They weren't, but in my head they were.
I don't care about Rick and Morty. That show isn't as good as I think people made it to be. I've seen obviously episodes and stuff like that. I think the Rick Morty fan base is worse than but what? Yeah, the fact you didn't see Aqua Teen Hunger Force though is pretty crazy. That is definitely your time.
Yeah,
it is. But I wasn't.
Were you a Robot Chicken person?
Not really.
Nah, he probably didn't watch any adult.
I tapped out. I tapped out after I would fall asleep after fucking Family Guy. And that's the first thing on fucking Adult Swim. And I wasn't a Sunday Adult Swim guy.
You wouldn't even stay up for the King of the Hill?
I've seen every King of the Hill. At that point, I'd seen King of the Hill a million times.
Did they replace? They added Bob Burgers to that lineup. I forgot who they replaced. I think they did replace Family Guy.
I did.
American Dad, Bob Burgers, and
I've never watched actively Bob Burgers either.
Bob Burgers is good. I like it.
So I can't even, like, my Adult Swim, after the shit just got too weird for me after a while. I use it as pretty much like Family Guy thing when I was super into Family Guy, but I don't even watch Family Guy anymore. Like, I don't even have it on. I used to have it on in the background. I can't even stand to watch the show anymore, to be honest with you.
Damn.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It was funny at the time, but now I'm just like, all right, bro, come on, man. Y'all do the same jokes. With that said, maybe I believe anime probably ruined anything that I have for that brand of comedy, because this became my new obsession. With that said, what else is good? Let me look for any final news beats before we head over to Lazarus.
Jump stuff coming up, a lot of things again, trailers.
You know what? We'll talk about it. Chainsaw Man, the Reze film is coming out on digital pretty soon. So you won't have to wait much longer to purchase it, and we won't have to wait much longer for people to illegally rip it and for us to be able to watch it at home. So we have that to look forward to.
Did we ever talk about the AI dubs?
Oh, no. Please do. They kind of suck. Kind of.
Yeah. Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company, putting out AI dubs.
I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised.
I have not seen this yet.
Vinland Saga, I think Sunny Boy and Banana Fish were like the 3 big ones that were making a circulation.
And AI dub is crazy. Like, AI subs, I don't even like, but I understand. AI dub is a ridiculous, gross use of AI. Like, replacing people who can actually voice these characters. We're going to get to a point where who going to be at the conventions, bro? Who going to be at the conventions? You know what I'm saying?
Gemini booth,
yeah.
Copilot.
That's funny as fuck. No, but like, we can't replace our voice actors. Come on, man. Stop playing games. Stop playing games with this fucking AI shit. Like, I there's uses for AI, but it's not for this. Don't AI dubs. It's crazy.
This just further proves that, like, you need people in that room. Like,
yeah. I mean, if anime, it depends on the anime. If they start saying like JJK is going to start having AI dubs, people might have to just like, all right, whatever. We got to put our hands in our pockets because JJK is peak. But realistically, some shit like,
I'm watching that shit on mute. I will go subs, bro.
Yeah, give me some Japanese guy. Come on, man.
Yeah,
let me rock with them because I don't rock with this. That's nuts. So AI dubs have taken over. Listen, man, we're gonna talk about it all next week. Best and worst anime and manga 2025. We talking about it all. AI dubs, Demon Slayer, and the manga, Jujutsu Kaisen Modelo. You know what I'm saying? We talking about it all. So make sure you guys stay tuned for next week when we talk about the best and worst of anime 2025. Let's get into Lazarus. Let's break this shit down.
Pig Laz.
4 years ago, a man named Dr. Skinner developed a miracle painkiller known as Hopna.
As a matter of fact, I did not develop Hopna to act as a mere painkiller.
And as it turned out, Hopna was a grand trap that he set upon us all.
3 years after ingestion, Hopna will mutate,
killing all those who have taken it.
But you should all know that I currently have the cure. You have 30 days. So unless you find me within that time, hope will be lost forever.
Yo, Skinner. You see me in there? Remember this face. I'm coming after you. Your ass is mine.
Who the hell are those people?
We call ourselves Lazarus.
It's go time! We're here to save the world.
So basically, we're superheroes.
I found Dr. Skinner. It looks like there are thousands of him.
Go! I swear Skinner is the devil incarnate.
And I suppose that makes us the angels that are gonna kick his ass back to hell.
Do I have clearance to use an assault rifle?
You're authorized to use anything.
Are you actually enjoying this?
It's that obvious.
The
Lazarus!
What's Lazarus?
We're superheroes.
He's totally out of his mind.
From anime legend Shinichiro Watanabe, Lazarus premieres April 5th at midnight in Toonami. Next day on.
You were a high recommender of this series. You're the one who's super excited for this series. What made you excited for this series, LJ?
Come on, man. You got Watanabe coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You got, Jason DeMarco heading it. You got Stileski, the guy from the John Wick films. He's on there helping produce. You got Kamasi Washington, doing the jazz on it.
Grammy nominated this year for Luther, Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. So,
see, look at that. He was on
that. Did a little thing. You know what I'm saying? You did this thing.
Did a little
diddle on it.
But yeah, no, I think that obviously the biggest selling point is you get Watanabe back on there, or Watanabe on there, and with his track record and the things that he's produced and all my favorites, I was just like, man, he's coming back. And you see the premise, and you saw the teaser trailer clips, and a couple things leaked about what it was about, and I was like, okay, this is definitely something I could get behind. And then you watch it, and I watched it weekly when it was dropping. I kind of wish I'd watched it all in one go,
like me.
Yeah, like you. I think I would have definitely enjoyed sitting down for that much more. But
this is a good binge show. I would highly recommend binge over a week.
Yeah, it's not too many episodes. It's it flows seamlessly. You actually get I think it's meant to be like a full picture kind of thing. Watching episode by episode, he leaves on some pretty good cliffhangers on each one. But no, I think that from the art and then to the story, then watching it, and you're just like, wow, this is such a diverse, this is such a diverse cast, and this is a story that kind of feels like a heed warning, kind of thing, or more of a take on certain aspects of the world right now, especially when it comes to climate change and environmentalism and radicalism, that I feel that is going to definitely be on the uptick as if the world keeps trending how it's trending. But I think that just an overall amazing show. It's drawn great, written great. I would not put this on the level of a Bebop, but I think even
hold that thought right there. Hold that thought. I know where you're going with this.
Hold it. But it does feel like this is kind of a accumulation of his years of just work, and him just being like, all right, let me kind of draw some elements from some of these things. Even when you look at Axel, he definitely looks Spike influenced. Some of how it's drawn and some of the moments in here feel very Carol and Tuesday. Some of the humor feels very Space Dandy.
Can I ask you? All right, so I have Watanabe's works in front of us. I want to ask you guys, which ones have you seen? I'm just going to go as a director. So have you guys seen Macross Plus?
No.
Have you guys seen
I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen.
Have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
No.
Yes.
No. AD.
Of course I have, bro.
Oh.
Chill out.
I thought you said no. I was like, oh my God. Don't do that. Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids on the Slope.
I feel like I have, but no.
Space Dandy, obviously.
Yeah.
Terror in Resonance.
I've seen part of it.
Yes.
Carol and Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
And Lazarus. Out of those that you've seen, top 5 on this list. Again, Well, number 1 is going to be Bebop. Number 2.
Maybe Space Dandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Space Dandy 2.
Space Dandy 2. Okay.
Carol and Tuesday 3.
Ooh, okay.
I would say Samurai Champloo 3.
Samurai Champloo.
Nah, I might put Lazarus at 3.
You put Lazarus over.
I might go Bebop. Okay, I'm gonna go Bebop, Dandy, Lazarus, Carol and Tuesday, Samurai Champloo.
80.
Bebop, Dandy, Samurai Champloo, Lazarus, Carol and Tuesday.
Okay. I like it. I mean,
also because they. I was gonna say they make a point. Well, not make a point, but Watanabe did say that there may be a sequel, another season he might pull out
to Lazarus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it ends in a good spot of like
it could, but it couldn't.
Yeah.
But no, he doesn't seem to be. He seems like a one and done type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like none of his series are really that long. The longest series that he has, I mean, Cowboy Bebop is 26 episodes. Sorry, Samurai Champloo is 26 episodes. Kids on the Slope, 12 episodes. Space Dandy, 26 episodes. I'm assuming. Carol and Tuesday, 24 episodes. Terror in Residence, 11 episodes. So he don't make long series. He's not gonna do this long in it too. No. So even if we get a season 2, it might be the end. You know what I'm saying? But he has such an amazing track record, especially coming off of Cowboy Bebop, which is a classic, which we have to continue at least one day on this podcast because we've only got through the first 5 episodes. But he's such a great track record, and he just, I think he does things in terms of like just us. Does a lot of stuff with breaking ground in terms of race in anime. It never feels forced. It never feels token. It never feels dude with a high top fade playing basketball.
Talking like yo son.
Yeah, and it never feels that. Even the musical influences that use it. I mean, he's very much into jazz and even some hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But none of it ever feels forced. And I think that's why, to be honest with you, Black anime fans gravitate a lot towards his work because he seems to be at least one of the first ones who kind of just like got it, how they should look, how we act, how we want to be portrayed, not necessarily as a token, but also as a main part of the show. I mean, you look at Doug in the show. I mean, we'll talk about the characters, but again, very cool guy. We're currently in the era of like dreads tied up in the back of your head, black man. So I think most anime, if they feature black people, they will have dreads in a ponytail. Or locks, rather. Let me stop saying dreads.
Yeah.
See, I'm from a certain time.
I'm from a certain.
You
can't say dreads no more. AD, how do you feel about the dreads versus locks?
Personally,
because you're the only nigga here with them, so you're the spokesman now for all locks users.
Listen, as a person who originally became a lock person, I would have to say that dreads back in the day, they were of a negative connotation. I ain't really care that much. There was a lot of talk, but I think dreads is for people under 21. Locks is everybody older,
Interesting. Okay. I didn't.
So some ages.
Yeah. It was a time period.
Dreads. Dreads is for the young niggas, and locks is for the real adults.
Yeah.
Where your frontal cortex is fully developed.
Yeah. You gotta act a certain way. You gotta present yourself a certain way.
There you go. So, Lazarus premiered on Adult Swim this year. Took it by storm. Very critically acclaimed in terms of its delivery. Again, it's one of the more notable. I think for its again, the plot, its depiction, it's what it's kind of telling, all this other stuff like that. I read this in terms of how I generally feel about the show. I thought this was like, to me, this show kind of came off as, I didn't feel strongly about it. I don't think like, oh my God, this is so amazing, everyone has to go watch it. I didn't really feel that. This was like one of those shows where it's like, back in the day with cable, and you saw a movie that was on, and the movie catches you. It was like, wait, this movie kind of fire. What's the name of this movie?
Yeah, I was thinking it's literally the perfect Adult Swim show.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let me watch this. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's on. And this could have been, in my opinion, one full movie. Even as a series, it feels kind of long, a little bit extra. It gives every character a little bit of breath and a character a little bit of time. But to be honest, I'm not really as wrapped up with the characters as more as I want to figure out what's going to happen in this damn show. The plot seems to be the main character in the show for me. I wasn't really in love with like Axel. Oh my God, he's so cool. I want to be like him. Or like Doug is like, damn, that nigga's fly as hell. I never felt that way. I was like, I wonder what happens at the end. I wonder if they get to Skinner. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I felt. AD, how do you generally feel about this series?
Pretty much the same way. It's really a really good testament to like, the old fashioned cable TV style things that we're used to. Each episode itself is condensed into like its own mini arc that applies to the larger narrative of whatever they got going on. But like you said, it's one of those things where you could just pop in and be like, oh shit, they in the club. They throwing hands. What happened here? Every episode feels like there's something that you could just catch that will pull you into the larger narrative. Each of the characters have their own like unique take on something, or they're like just distinct enough that you can say, oh, what do you mean this person is a part of this? Or like, how did he get locked up for almost 900 years? How do you get that long ass sentence? Like something's always there. Something's always happening. The colors are vibrant. It really pulled me in, especially with the voice acting. Shout out to Shannon Reed. We had an interview with him a long time ago. That's on the YouTube. He does the ADR work for the dubs with Sentai Filmworks. So, and I saw his name in the credits. I'm like, oh, I know this is going to be some heat. Like, at least with the voice acting. There's not a lot of recognizable names, but there are a few that are in there that they did a really good job. No AI dubbing. We need all those credits.
Absolutely. The summary of Lazarus, I'm just going to read this here from Wikipedia just so we can kind of like talk about it. In the utopian year 2049, the world-renowned neuroscientist Dr. Skinner has discovered a miracle analgesic drug known as Hapna that completely relieves the user of any pain, shortly before disappearing off the face of the earth. 3 years later, October 2052, Skinner resurfaces to the public in an online video to announce that the drug has a 3-year half-life and that soon everyone who took it will die. The task force of 5 agents called Lazarus is assembled to locate Skinner within 30 days and get him to divulge a vaccine before the first wave of Hapna users die. Boy, would I be pissed. Oh man, relieve pain. Yeah, let's take the... But the thing with pain is, I think I would be sketchy about the just drug in general because you need pain as kind of a reference for things. Just to be able to like, we shouldn't do that. We should do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm assuming someone who's going through immense pain on a daily basis, this would be a great drug for them. But then 3 years later to find out that the drug will make people die in 3 years. Mind you, 3 years after the drug is released. So everyone took the drug 3 years ago. He comes back 3 years later.
That shit was like galaxy gas, bro. Like,
this is Percocets. This is the story of drug use in America, bro. Like this is about the opioid epidemic and why these kids are taking fent and all these other things.
Is that what it's about?
This is about how the pharmaceutical companies are destroying the earth by producing these drugs, and then now about climate change and just how these big companies are taking over.
It's actually nonfiction, my brother.
It is, man. Listen, my boy got his kufi on tight, and I think we really missing the bigger picture here. Go. Come on, man. We got to get.
So they spend the entire team of Lazarus. So Lazarus is a team. The final member we get introduced on the first episode. His name is Axel.
What a cool name.
Yeah.
Except I hate Axl Rose and I hate Guns N'
Oh,
Roses.
really?
So
I also have no care for them as well. We get Axel, who is a character who escapes from prison on a semi-regular basis. He originally got put in for a petty crime, but because he keeps escaping from jail, he keeps getting various life sentences. So jail can't hold him. Nobody seems.
I love that his whole thing too is like, I just go to jail because breaking out of jail is
there
fun.
You go.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Which anime character does Axel remind you the most of? You can say Spike.
Yeah, as I say, Spike. I think that's really what he's. I mean, you can tell from temperament, even kind of his style. That was a big inspiration.
Absolutely. We get introduced to the other members of Lazarus, which includes Doug, 23-year-old Nigerian man who's an intellectual and coordinator of the Lazarus team. Which anime character does Doug remind you of?
Now, what's his name from Attack on Titan?
Ooh, on Young Capone?
Oh,
yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say Piccolo.
He does give Piccolo vibes. I can see that.
I thought he was gonna be Piccolo. On Young Capone. Okay, I can see it. Anything for you, LJ?
You said Piccolo. Now I can't.
There you go. I thought everyone saw Piccolo. We get Chris Blake, young Russian woman who's cheerful and frank. Talking to anyone, she's a gun specialist in many kind of firearms. What anime character does Christine, the blonde, remind you of?
Shorty from Black Lagoon.
I was going to say it's one of the teachers from Assassination Classroom.
Okay, I can see that. I'm trying to think. Who does she remind me of? Lady Tsunade. We got Leland, a 16-year-old boy from Canada. Could he be any more Canadian in the show? Who is skilled in piloting drones. He reads the situation and speaks accordingly, but does not say what he really thinks. Also, he's a spy. He's a narc. What character does Leland remind you of in any anime?
Armin.
Ed from Cowboy Bebop.
I was gonna say. I guess Armin. Huh. But yeah, no, you're also right, AD. And then we have Elena, 15-year-old girl from Hong Kong who has a communication issues and has trouble joining in with people's conversations, but is also one of the 3 world's famous covert hackers known as Mad Screamer.
Shorty from My Hero that always makes the new tech and everything.
Yes.
That's
I
a
like
good
her.
one.
I like her.
I like it. Yeah, I think we can all agree on
I
that
agree.
one. But she's not as aggressive.
Yeah,
though.
no, she's not as aggressive. Actually, it's more of the other chick in the truck would probably be a lot more like her now that I think about it. Because she was OD aggressive. What's her name? The hacker. The other Lynn, Popcorn Wizard.
Yeah.
She reminds me of a lot more of that. But still, you know what I'm saying? It's Elena, pretty cool chick. It's a great 5. It's a great 5, and they spread out through the next couple of episodes, kind of really fleshing out the team, going on a little bit of missions, trying to figure them out, building camaraderie of the team as we continue to head towards these things. This kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen the show. What's that show that fucking Sterling Washington's in? Oh my God. Is it Sterling Washington? Am I bugging out? Sterling Brown.
Oh, you're talking about Sterling K. Brown?
Yeah.
The black
Yeah. What's this show that
you're talking about? The new one?
The new one. Paradise, yes.
Where
kind of reminds me of Paradise
bunker.
in the sense of like, okay, actually, Paradise was kind of. I don't know if you've seen Paradise, AD.
Nah.
It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of an anime, but they use too much flashback sequences actually. But I think you get really wrapped up in the show because it has this like amazing twist at the end. But it's also like it takes too long to get there for me. But it's a really good show. I recommend it. It's on Hulu. I think it's coming back on February 2nd too, the second season. So I would recommend you watch it if you're into that stuff. It's a really good show. But this kind of reminds me of that, of kind of like the story is leading to impending doom at the end of the day. And they're trying to figure out, they're headed by, it seemingly, what's her name, Hirsch, command and leader of the Lazarus team, who essentially sends them on missions as they try to find out more clues about Skinner. We have a number of episodes. Of course, we have the recruitment and revelations, which they recruit Axel into the group, and then they kind of figure out the stakes, and they start building. You learn a lot more about the government. You learn more about the alliances. You learn about the biotech. You get all of it in the first number of episodes. Then you get to a number of episodes where we learn a little bit more about the conspiracy of things. As the world begins to open up, conspiracies become a lot more prevalent. So wait, who's involved in this? What's that man doing over there? You don't look Chinese to me. You know what I'm saying? So we start unfurling the rest of the show. And Lazarus revealing that Skinner wasn't just a rogue scientist and that other nations may be highlighted in this. Throughout the series, though, you get some great fights. I mean, the fights.
Oh, you get some great action sequences throughout this. Even like if they're not fights, like there's some chase scenes where you're kind of just like,
oh, they love a chase in the show.
Man,
it's 90% of the show.
So intense. I was like so intense, and somehow Axel is just like, you know what? I'm gonna jump off this 40-story building and be okay at the bottom of it.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's amazing.
Don't break no arms, break no leg. They got Hapna, so it's not like they can feel any pain anyway. I mean, they do feel pain, but I guess it doesn't linger as much. And then we get the manhunt as people are now going after Axel. It was like, wait, these Lazarus niggas is too. They getting in their bag too much. We got to kill them. We find out that Leland is a spy, but like not really a spy, but acting as a spy.
But he's not like a bad spy.
He's not a bad spy. He's just,
He's just like, hey, I'm reporting back, letting you know that these niggas ain't as bad as y'all think
something like that. You know what I'm saying? He rats him out, but they don't really like rat him out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think we need to keep working. Y'all are wasting our time.
It's like, oh, fuck. And then we get the final bit of episodes where Skinner's location is eventually revealed. His goal is eventually revealed. These characters and why they are been all put together has been revealed. And I'm like, all right, didn't this wrap up in a nice little fucking bow? Like, this just wrap up great. Oh, you were just happened to be the 5 people who were all in the airport at the same time. I was like, what are y'all, the Digi-Destined? What the fuck is going on here?
I am crying at the Digi-Destined.
They survive the first bit of Hapna, which should have killed them by now. So now they're immune to Hapna. So now there are these special agents who are like immune to Hapna. We're not going to die, but they still need to find the cure to be able to save humanity. Or does humanity need to be saved? The ethical question at the end. Eventually, they do save all humanity. It's not really that much. It was like humanity all isn't bad,
there was a group of people who got the cure at the end, and they're like, "Bro, I'm anti-vax, bro. No, y'all bugging. Like,
I'm not taking me. Y'all already made me take this. I'm not taking the other one." And then soon enough, their eyes start turning into constellations, and they're like, "Give me the fucking cure, bro. I can't see shit." How cool was Skinner was a homeless guy at the end,
which was also crazy. Yeah, a lot of the things that happen in like a fair amount of episodes is like set up for the end, and the fact that they went to the homeless place already and they saw him.
It was one of their first stops. Yeah. It's the mere fact that it was like, wait, that homeless shelter across the street, he's there. We gotta head there. The Babylonian shelter.
It was like under your nose the whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Blind, talking dirt. You know what I'm saying? I really like this show. I'll be honest with you. The details don't really matter this much. For sure. I like the soundtrack of it. Very jazz, hip hop, all this other great stuff like that. Great episodes in the beginning. I think the show, the best part the plot is really the main attractor of the show for me. But also the characters aren't really that annoying, which is great. I don't think I found anyone annoying in the show. I didn't find anyone like, oh my God, I love that. I didn't think that, but usually in these aspects, like the tropes are there. You know what I'm saying? Anime tropes are fully there. There's always one guy who doesn't talk too much, but he has a complicated past. Or the main character who has a complicated past, who talks too much.
There's like only one time that I paused the show because I was like, oh, this is kind of nasty work. And it was the club scene where the guy not even that. It was they dressed up Leland, but they took him up to like the VIP section. So it's Chris and Leland up there. And the dude is like, fuck it. All y'all want to use my money? Let's take some shots. Had spiked the punch bowl. And now all of them laid out drugged up. I'm like, oh, bro, this some nasty shit. I'm glad.
Euphoria real quick.
I'm glad Chris was like, this shit weak. Gotta start whooping that nigga ass. And then the whole club scene just breaks out into fights. Everything just go up from there. Like,
LJ, did you have a standout moment from the show?
The club scene is one of my favorites. The Russian boat rescue.
Oh yeah, that was great too.
Yeah, that was a good one. Or are they on an oil rig?
Find out that they're lovers. Actually,
yeah.
Lesbian drama.
Chris might be the best character.
Maybe low key. It's very realistic because lesbians really do be getting down for their former lovers.
Come on now.
You ever like seen lesbian love unfold?
No,
like
that's
crazy, bro.
The term "I would die for you" was incredibly real in this show.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you just met. All right, Inga.
I'm trying to think what else.
Never that serious for me, said Chris.
The family drama.
The courtroom. Was really
yeah.
Good too. The courtroom was really good. Like especially during the kind of those final episodes with the hackers and all that. Like I was like, okay, I really like this. I think what this show does so well is that there are a lot of action sequences that really don't involve fighting. It's just like a lot of just like, okay, we got to stop this hacker. But then they hit all the lights, and then we got to do this and got to do that. Here's this other thing. Oh no, we just snuck into here. I'm not trying to get caught. Like there's a lot of that, and it's really fun. And it just kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat, and then you get to the end of it, and sometimes it's just like you get to the end of it, and they like open up the box and like nothing's in it, or they open up the box and there's this like really obscure clue where you're kind of just like, all right, what are they? What are you really looking for? Or how can we use this? And it's just like as they go through the show, how like little things are revealed or how little things from their own past end up being connected to something Skinner did, or when they went to the cult was a great episode.
Cult was a great episode. Like that, even that, I think this was a great show, and I think it had a number of great. It's good all the way through. If it was on VHS, I'd cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was like, damn, the best of Lazarus, I'd like, you know what? I would. DVD? Sure. This is a good like show to watch during the week. I would put this on for someone who is like not really into anime but likes all the action stuff. I'm like, yo, you should watch Lazarus. It's good stuff. All the episode titles are old classic song names. Goodbye Cruel World by Elvis, episode 1. Live Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles. Long Way from Home. Long Way from Home by Whitesnake. Don't Stop the Dance by Brian Fury. Pretty Vacant by Sex Pistols. Heaven is a Place on Earth by Belinda Carlisle. Almost Blue by Elvis, Unforgettable Fire by U2, Death on Two Legs by Queen, I Can't Tell You Why by the Eagles, Running with the Devil by Van Halen, Close to the Edge by U2. No, Yes, and The World Is Yours by Nas. What a way to end. This was nominated for Outstanding Main Title Theme Music at the 77th Emmy Awards. And yeah, it's the Watanabe, again, as Jamal said, mentioned the possibility of a sequel, said there's still many problems left in the world. Team will continue to be active. Their story is far from over. So it sounds like Lazarus 2 might be on the way. Electric Boogaloo. The team is still back together. They said, yeah, we want to still solve crimes together. We want to still do this. Maybe they cop a spaceship, fly through the universe, solving crimes. Maybe they meet a dandy man, where they meet a Cowboy Bebop crew. If Spike is still alive. Maybe that's how we found out Spike is alive. Maybe he was at the Babylonian thing. Who knows?
He probably was.
He could have been. But overall, great show. I recommend. I mean, this is when we talk about the best of 2025. This will be one of the best parts. So, shout out to that. Good stuff. I just got an email. 5 years of Sakamoto Days. Look at that. Sakamoto Days. 5 years.
5 years.
5 years since 2020, November 2020. So I guess they're celebrating that.
Yeah, we were still in the thick of it in the pandemic.
We wasn't getting out for nothing. We thought we was out, and then it was like, oh, the holidays actually even makes it even worse. So we have that. But definitely check out Lazarus. Next week will seemingly be our season finale of the year. We're talking about the best and worst of anime 2025 once again. Make sure you guys stay tuned to that. And then if anything happens on Jump Festa, and then if LJ's in Puerto Rico, we'll AD and I will hop on and talk about Jump Festa stuff. If anything good happens, like it has to be good though.
Yeah.
Like don't play me. You know what I'm saying? Hema 10 anime announcement, something like that.
Ooh. Hey man, we got the World Trigger reboot announcement. They're finally, it's not even like a reboot. They're redoing season 1, which is really good because there's a lot of filler in there.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, was it ass? What happened to the 20th anniversary of Naruto remake?
What happened to that?
Whatever happened to that? I would love a Naruto remake that actually is not a waste of time. So we'll see. We'll find out. But we'll talk about it all next week. We're going to assemble our list. We're going to put it together. We're going to have a great discussion. We're going to laugh. We're going to revisit the year in anime. The best and worst things next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Follow us at the Lookout RNC. Follow us on the Lookout on RNC Radio, anywhere where you listen to podcasts, and follow us on YouTube as well. Most importantly, YouTube. Find us there. Don't meet us there, beat us there. Brand new episode of Subslide, Dubslide this week. LJ, do you know what we're talking about this week?
Gundam Seed.
There you go. Do it.
Yeah, be prepared. You know what? I'm just gonna.
This might be a lot of slander.
Oh, not even just a lot. Not even just a lot. This may be an hour and a half of just fisticuffs and beat downs and Tim boot stompings. Like it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna be nasty work. If you're a C truther, come listen so you can come argue against us, because you're gonna need a strong battle and you need a strong argument. You're gonna need some real resolve. If you're a Seed hater, come join us. Come bask in the feeling of hearing this series get completely decimated and just.
May I ask what was wrong with it?
A lot, so
okay.
much.
All right.
So much is wrong. And it's so crazy because Seed is actually a series that kind of saved the franchise. So it's so bad. Well, it's horrible.
There you go. Can't always be nice. With that said, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Take care. Peace.